So this is a real interesting job. It's a drain job. This customer unfortunately has had a really bad smell and rats. This was a result as an unaligned pipe basically allowed water to seep around the pipe, making the ground around it soft. The pipe then sunk and it cracked. And by doing so, all the flats waste was coming into the underside of the void. And the rats came from the sewer line. So this person literally had human feces all underneath her suspended floor, plus rats that were feeding on the excrement and disgusting what was going on there. But luckily she called us. We've dealt with this before, and we were able to come out, locate where the crack was, expose the pipe, and works are ongoing today. And I'm going to show you inside to show you how far Environment's prepared to go to help you when you have a problem like this. This is what we're dealing with. Do you want to show us around, Tim? Tim as well, see if you've got there. Tell us what these are the pipes that go into next door's flat.
Yeah, they're running through the whole way. You want to follow me? This was a bathroom.
So what, when a customer gets a bad smell, when they can smell, you know, that kind of pungent, with a rat smell, it's almost like
it's sweet.
Yeah,
it's like, it's like a sweet, sour at the same time smell.
Yeah, and it's like a smell you don't forget.
No, it's a distinctive smell.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And just tell me, how long had this lady, how long had she been putting up with the smells for? What was the story there?
From what I've been led to believe, she had this, I'm going for about 18 months.
Wow.
In total. Started with flies, smells, obviously. Then they went on to flies. Then they had some rat issues.
So what kind of flies would they see? What, just
drain flies? They're like little small heart-shaped, predominantly.
Yeah.
There's a second variation, but we predominantly see the heart-shaped ones.
Yeah.
Quite easy to like notice. So she was getting smells, and she kept complaining continuously to the block management, whoever. And yeah, they kind of eventually went through, ticked all so-called boxes until they came to us, and we sort of done what we do and found what the actual problem was, and not just tried to do a quick fix.
Where is the lady now?
She's up in a hotel. They've put her in a hotel actually. They've put her up just to get her out of here. So yeah, I mean, thank God, because she need to. You can obviously be here, and she shouldn't have to live in this anymore.
Agreed,
so,
agreed. And you've got them flies.
It's unsafe.
Yeah,
it's uninhabitable.
Yeah, and unsanitary.
So, yeah. I mean, it's waste going under the house. You can smell it yourselves, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not
man.
It's not a pretty smell, but we're here and we know what we're doing, and it's just about to be rectified. It's the thing with using the old school pipes. They were good in their time, but that's the stuff now.
So we're basically going from the old Victorian way of laying pipe, which was in clay, and now we use a much better material, plastic,
PVC. Plastic. There's a bit of flexibility of movement, and with the heat variations in the ground.
Yeah.
The expansion and just over different seasons and stuff. So it's a lot better.
What's the first port of call, Sean?
Well, this is going to come out, but this is the under here. See the crack at the top underneath that seeping water that's been leaking all morning.
Do you know, you have to ask yourself why these lamps have been all...
Do you know what they've done it? So they had to bring it up.
To keep bringing it up in lamps, okay.
But then again, these push fittings, they say they're underground, but we've had problems. They're similar.
Yeah.
But they're not. They're not really. They've kind of left them semi-underground, semi-overground.
And here's a problem that we often face. So today, we're going to have to ask the clients to switch off and stop using their wastewater, because when we undo these pipes, that's when it will become very hazardous for us.
Yeah, we're going to remove all pipes out, affected pipes, up to the party wall, which is where we're allowed to at this present time. But I believe there's an issue going the whole way down, which we're going to look into.
Yeah, so Lee's going to come round later today. He's going to CCTV from here to see how much of it's fallen back.
Previously, prior to that, should I say, we're going to remove this pipe, dig out underneath it, completely compact the ground with all new stuff.
Do you know what would be a good idea,
You've seen a small whacker plate.
What would be a good idea, when you move down, whack this up and get this raised anyway, because you can see it sunk, so raise this up.
You can see it there.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll get a whacker plate, we'll use 40mm shingle, we'll whack that into the floor, we'll bring the level up, we'll put a 20mm shingle rested, and then the pipe will sit on that 20mm shingle, so it can move, but at the same time it will stay laid and obviously give enough grading.
They had attempted to do, but what they've done is they've just stuck bricks under it and loose and 10mm shingle actually, even smaller stuff. And over the course of time with the seepage, it just moved the ground.
Yeah.
And the joints come apart because they're not proper sealed joints.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, problems.
Doesn't get any more serious than this.
No.
It doesn't get any. So this was a reinforced concrete with rebar in it all the way through. So the boys have had to break the concrete, and then they've had to angle grind all the actual rebars out. And of course, once we've done all the actual drainage works that need to be done, we're going to have to reshutter the concrete and rebar it and make sure it all fits in and it stays solid. All right, let's see how Simon's got on with telling the neighbours that they can't use the waste for a bit. What did the neighbours say?
They all got the notice that we sent out yesterday, and they all happily agreed to not use the waste disposal once we.
So let's hope this is hope now. All right, let's go, lads. Let's do this.
I'll give that hammer, please.
Anything else, Sean?
No, I'm good, mate, for now. I've got this pipe back. If you go into that other hole,
Yeah.
get ready to remove the pipe as we move this down, yeah?
Alright.
That's it. Well done, Sean. Have it. Leave it on there. Yeah? That's it. That's rank, innit?
Yeah. Fresh drainage. Alright, so one of the main issues we were here for was because it's obviously been backfalling and leaking out. And you can clearly see by the amount of stuff that's in, like where it's just backfalling and it's like half full because it hasn't been able to flow correctly. And it's seeping out where it was. You can actually still see some remnants of stuff that hasn't managed to go, and it's just built up over time. And yeah, hence the smell and all the other issues that come with it. Pull that out. Yeah, there's still a lot of nastiness in it.
This is a ground compactor. We're going to try and compact the ground a bit more. Come, let's have a look at this.
So you've got the two connections that feed into
Well, there's four. Oh yeah.
Two actually go into
Yeah,
this
yeah,
track, go from there. All four from the whole bit of this side of the block directly into here.
So that means the people living upstairs as well, all their waste drops down to here. Oh, so right, so you can see the rats would run down from the sewer line into this carrier, and then they'd go into one of these oblique junctions here, and they'll go underneath, yeah. So that's a lot deeper.
And a lot bigger.
And a lot bigger, yeah.
So ideally,
You'd put a flap here.
I imagine the whole estate runs into there.
See, that's what I'm saying. So someone gets a bad smell and it turns into this. But at least you got it. It could have been so much worse for her. If they chewed for a wire, that could have caused a shortage in the house. Yeah. If they chewed for a pipe, it could have been a purse pipe. Yeah. And then obviously there's this thing about her own health, what the hazard to help human health.
See the
with her being a flies.
Still the dead flies in the kitchen cupboards and that still now.
So where she's making food and everything and preparing food, them flies are literally living on those feces and where the rats are and coming up and feeding on their surfaces and that. So almost there now, yeah? So the case is just getting tidied up and cleaned up now, yeah?
That's it.
But well done, everyone. Everyone smashed it, man. Well done. We're there. Is those floors strong, sound? Would you jump up and down on it tomorrow?
I jumped up and down. Jumped up and down when we had the board on.
Good. So tell me how we finished up.
Well, I mean, a little bit of concrete left to do yesterday. All successfully went down, hardened. It's hard now. Now it's just a tidy up. Make sure it's habitable to a degree because I believe she's getting a new kitchen. And then, yeah, I mean, she's coming in here Monday with people.
Really?
Ready, we've made it sort of, so it's ready to go.
Oh, what a smell. Now you can smell it. It smells like a house again.
Completely different change of scent, like smelling here. I mean, it was ratty and drainy and all sorts.
What's the bathroom sound?
That's probably the messiest point because obviously there's a bit, we put the toilet unit back in and the smelliest because it's still, we've closed the pipe off though to try and make it smell a bit better for her.
No, but it smells of concrete. It doesn't smell of...
Yeah, it's not as...
Fresh concrete, man. That's good, man. And you, Simeon, this is your first like proper dig out. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, man. Feel glad to being successful in what we've done.
You don't want to walk off the job. You want?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah. It's been quite a.
Well, you don't get many that are indoors.
Yeah.
So you can't take that.
To granted, yeah.
I mean, I'm quite happy with how we're going to leave it for her. You know, considering the amount of work that went in a small space.
So there's one more job we've got to do, and that final job is.
We're going to install a rotor block at the front.
Can you show us how you're going to put that in? Yeah, I'd love to see how that goes in. Very good, very good, very good.
So this is the rotor blocks we use. We tested a few plastic variations, hard plastic, single flap, before we settled upon these, which are the double flap and offer double protection. So like a marine treated metal that doesn't rust. Obviously, flaps go this way with the flow, and anything that comes up to it can't get through. It's also got the serrated and spiked edge, so when they try and pick it up, they don't manage to lift it. I mentioned earlier, like when we've got sort of unalignment or sort of joint displacements and anything that can get down there, you can get debris that catches in there, rendering it particularly useless. So it's always important to make sure you have them unalignments or sort of joint displacements sealed, secured before installing one of these, or else it's just, you know, you're working against yourself with that sort of thing. So this is one of the most important aspects of our job, getting in a manhole. They come in various different shapes and sizes. This one's a bit bigger and a bit heavier than usual, so you have to be exceptionally careful. Using a big drain key, bracing yourself, and watching for it straying backwards, like that. I'll lift this one off as well. Okay. So now the manhole's clear and free of anything in the way. We're going to hop in there and install the rodent blocker, which is, due to the size of the pipe, larger than usual. Usual size, standard size is 4/6. This is actually an 8-inch. So if you take that, hand that down to me. So there's no actual footholes or stairwell, which sometimes you get, so I'll have to be careful jumping in here. Right, thank you. So obviously it's all important just to make sure it goes in the right way, because they're flat, but that's standard. So just pushing it into place, make sure the wings are secured directly around and it's fixed where it won't move, and then just moving the flaps just to make sure they move, and we will flow test it for inside to make sure there's no blockages or it's flowing correctly. And yeah, that's it.
Obviously we're a business, but when I drive away from a job like that, I've seen, you know, turn from a customer complaint all the way to us going in there, working out exactly what the issues were and actually rectifying those issues in a transparent or an honest way. I have a real good feeling, you know, a real good feeling. And I know that customer, you know, she's been helped, and I think that's why I get such job satisfaction from what I do, and obviously from what the entire Environ team do. They're all good men, all good lads, not forgetting the women in the office. I mean, everyone, the whole company, we really want to, like, you know, help people, and we maintain that integrity moving forward.